then again. Here we are. I suppose this this drone intro is getting a bit old hat now, isn't it? But there's a reason for that. Anyway, morning everyone. Who've we got? So, oh, let me mute me. Where's the mute button? Don't hear myself. Right. Just checking the chat. I'm trying to beg a chat today, so I've detached my chat from the YouTube, and then got the chat over here. And I need to sort out on my Surface Pro. I don't know. It doesn't seem to let you. You know, if you've got your battery connected and your charger connected, it should stay live, like, you know, not shut down, go to sleep, whatever. But it still goes to sleep. So anyway, that's by the way. So Raider Rich Citizen, hola Citizen, thank you for joining. First time I think. Off Luke's Discord. Rich, Tracker Jack, Tom, Milo, Davy, Will, Luke, Seeker Luke, present day production. Right, so are you off the Reaper forum? I don't think I've got a name for you. I've got a list of my names here. Just let me check. You're not. Yeah, so you're not on the list. See? You don't have to give me your first name. It's just a bit of a running joke here. I get everyone's first name. Anna Motion Music. Morning, Anna. Chris Pizzy. Hi, Chris. Icing. Hello, Icing. Jeff Hopkins. Wow. Some people getting up early. Yes, 5 AM for Jeff. Yeah. You have a sleepy Surface too. Yeah. So I mean, what I've got to remember to keep, if I go to chat and scroll chat, I've got to make YouTube active again, because YouTube keeps the Surface Pro awake. So what are we doing? Well, pretty much the same as last weekend, I'm afraid. I say pretty much the same. I mean, the principles are going to be the same. So I've got a bit of a sequence going on the Metropolis, which then drives a number of things. But I'm using PAMs to clock everything and provide pings for envelopes that are not gated by. Sorry, so instead of gating by, I explained this last week, so I shouldn't really explain it again, but it's really for those that have not seen this before. So yeah, it's complicated. Let's go over the new things that I've introduced. Well, first of all, I got rid of. There was a couple of. I was using the 2 Mark IIIs to provide a very simple bleep, 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 something like that. Anyway, I've got rid of that. I thought it was boring. So one of them. Why is that so low? Where does that go to now? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. So I'm looking at that light there, and it's flashing quite slow. But the reason for that is the I've got that attached to the. I'm using the key step today, and this is the new thing really. I've shifted the Beat Step Pro over there, brought the key step over, and I'm going to use the key steps ARP mode, which I've hardly ever used this in ARP mode or even in sequencer mode. So I'm clocking this via Pam's new workout. So that's if I start playing that now and then hit a note. So that should be playing an ARP. Let's do 2 octaves C to C, and let's bring that in. So I had a mad time last night. Where are we here? So if I got to follow these flipping cables. So why is it not? Here we go. Oh, hold. Yeah, there you go. So I should put the hold on. I do apologise. Right. So this is a new element, and I'm hoping it's going to sort of like extend my playing time. Morning, Mike. I'm Phonics. Name's James, right? Okay, from the PDP Discord. Oh, right, okay. I don't know a word of the PDP Discord. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, mate. I mean, what to expect? Well, I don't know what Will said. I mean, it's I kind of do ambient drone. I'm looking there, and I should be looking there again. I do ambient drone, so it can be quite boring. I sometimes get my guitar out and I play along to that. But to cut a long story short, I mean, I have done sequencer stuff before, mainly in the box. And something triggered me a couple of weeks ago to try to start using my modular even more. So, I mean, I've used a shit ton of cables. Now, so there's a few left. I've still got things I need to do. But so basically, we've got a drone bed going on, which is basically the I've got Elements, which is a modal synthesizer, sort of like a modelling thing, which provides one of the drones. I've got West Pest over here. That provides another one of the drones, and then I've got an oscillator going through the Wasp filter, quite a famous filter from back in the 80s, basically, that was used in a synth called the Wasp. It uses a particular chip, and it's got quite a lot of character. It's not massive, but it's interesting. It's good. So. Hold on a sec. PDP. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I get it. Right, okay. So, let me just... Right, so present day production, you've got, you know, Discord, obviously. PDP. James. Well, welcome. I hope it's not too boring for you. Morning, Keith. Morning, Wabbit. You know, have I missed anybody else? Anybody else snuck in? No. Yeah. So, yeah, that's one of the new elements. Is not elements. This elements of this particular performance. I was having a load of fun last night, but I'm feeling a bit nervous now. So yeah. I guess what I should also explain is sometimes this chat cracks me up. Yeah, what should I explain? I made a decision middle of last week. Hold on, Milo's alright, okay. Yeah, so yeah, I made a decision last week that I'm going to make a live album and stick it on Bandcamp. Yeah, definitely with pants on. When it gets above 15, I'll put my shorts on, but that's about as daring as I get. Yeah, so yeah, in the week I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a go at making an album live. So it'll be a live performance. So what this is now really is it's building up to that. I'm not recording these sessions, so these sessions are only recorded on the tube. And I can go back, I can listen to stuff. I'm not writing anything down yet, and I probably should do, really. I should start writing stuff down. Because with it being, it's going to be an album, and I want it to be somewhere between 30 minutes and 60 minutes long. Okay? So, how the hell do I do that with this? Yeah? It's going to be a challenge, and I know plenty of people do it. I've just got to sort out what I'm going to do myself to try and keep people interested. Record it in a church, yeah. Liverpool Cathedral. I saw Tangerine Dream in Liverpool Cathedral when I was about 15, 16, I can't remember now. I was still at school. Amazing times. So let's go through. I mean, the drone is the drone, so let's just turn that down a sec. So that's my little ARP thing going, and the good thing about the ARP is I can kind of play that. I can just, whereas the Metropolis is fixed. Pretty much, I can change the number of stages, but otherwise it's a fixed pattern of notes, and I've not got it in random modes or Brownian motion. It's just going straight forward all the time. Morning, Martin. Good to see you, mate. So yeah, the Korg puns last night. We won't go into that. So many Korg products. Yeah, so I won't go over the drone elements, but I'll tell you what I could do. Let's turn these drones off. Right, so we'll get all the drones off. And so just to recap on the old stuff, and I'll put this on to say 4 stages. And I say 4 stages because that's what I've set. The pulse count is different on each stage. Well, just going from stage 1 through 8, I've got 1 pulse, 2 pulses, 1 pulse, 1 pulse, 2 pulses, 1 pulse, 2 pulses, 1 pulse. And when it gets to, in fact, I'll put it on 12, because when it gets to 12 stages, basically so it does the first 8 stages and then plays the next 4 stages before then playing the full 8 stages again. That's so you can go up to 64 stages. Yeah. So where am I? Oh yeah. I've got to stop laughing. So oh yeah, there is one other change actually as well, but I suppose I can do that as part of the sequence. I mean, I was using the A120 low pass filter, and I've switched that over. So I've switched duties. I've put everything that was into the 120 over into the A101-1, the Vactrol VCF, and that's basically the sort of like the baseline. In fact, I just realised I need to drop that down an octave, don't I? Because I thought the distings remembered what settings you were on, but obviously they don't. So I've got to keep remembering to drop that down an octave. So if I start to bring up, oh, and by the way, I've not tuned any of this yet. Morning, Kaz. Good to see you. Stop scratching me crotch. I hope you can't see it on camera. Yeah, I'm not Michael Jackson or out. Anyway, digress. Now, another difference from last week. This one's triggered by PAMs directly, or a separate gate from PAMs anyway. And I've set it to do a random, so it every now and then it drops a gate on that particular output. Oh, sorry, that's not even the output that I'm on about. So, to the new guys, I talk a lot of crap and have to wind back and say the right things. So the way I operate these filters at the minute, I've got two CV inputs in use. One is triggered by one ADSR envelope generator, and the other one by the other ADSR generator. And those ADSR generators, one is gated by the chance delay, which I've got about 60%. So if I wire that up, that's 100%. And that could actually be part of the performance, but I want to leave that on 60 for now, about 60%. The other one, so let's turn that down. The other one is from PAMS. So it's a slower gate, and it drops gates every so often as well. So balls of fire. Yeah. So okay. Concentrate. Right. So if I bring both of these up, you can see how then they interact. And basically, what happens is if the gate out from PAMS coincides with a gate out from the chance delay, it opens the filter a bit more for that particular gate. Yeah. So it's interesting. I think it's better than before, because last weekend it was just a continuous pulse. It's a continuous gate, no randomness. Okay, so that's that one. And then next to it, in the Polyvox, I've got so same again. So that's the 60%. This is the PAMS. So together, yeah, you get this going on. And I can play around with CV depths. So perhaps on the bass, have the PAMS gate accented, but on the Polyvox, have the chance delay. Oh God, my arm's aching for pointing up. I need to get a lower case and wider. Anyway. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Oh, there you go. Do you know what? I've got to look at my list. This is why I've got to keep a list, because it's been a while since I've seen you and I've forgotten your name. Steve. Sir Egbert Fartalot. Hiya, Steve. Of course, from the Reaper Discord. Sorry, mate. Oh, God. What a fish memory, I tell you. So, that's part of the, well, there is one more thing with this. So let's turn down the Polyvox. And what I'm trying with this A101-1 Batrol VCF is it has 3 inputs. You've got an LP input, a BP input, and a HP input. So what I've done is I've taken the another output, which I think is the sine output, probably. I can't remember. From the higher octave disting, and put it into the band, into the high pass. So if I bring that up a little bit, it'll change. So you can hear that coming in. So that's separate from. It's the same voice. It's the same oscillator. But different. It's a different sound, basically. I mean, I could turn the low pass input down. Yeah, so you know, there's potential there. Because again, I've got to drag this out for an hour. So, morning, Graham. Right. Yeah. What's next? Well, yes, the ARP. Okay, so let's just quickly do that. Let's take you down a bit. Let's just leave it up a little bit there. So we've got this ARP thing going on. So, providing I remember the scale that I'm in, C minor, I can play around with this. And what I've also done for convenience, instead of reaching for the frequency cutoff knob there, I've plugged it into the mod wheel, if you like. Don't know if you can see that, but there's they're not wheels, they're touch pads basically. So I can. So that's the pitch. Now the good thing about this is that I can open up rather than go to this and try to open it dead quick. I can go to this here and go. You know, ideas. Morning, Dr. Cynthio. Morning, Thurston. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, so there's let's put that back to just octaves. Wait, it's 2 octaves. It's just to start off. And I think that's it. I think that's it for now. So I suppose what should really do half an hour in is I don't know, practice playing something. Oh, I forgot Mavis, of course. Yeah, I mean Mavis is almost the same as last time. Again, I've applied a little bit of randomness to the PAM's gate that drives the VCA and the filter cut off of Mavis. So let's bring that. Morning, Pat. Yeah. I suppose I should STFU Put the wobbly camera on. Let's see if the wobbly camera works. And consider just diving in there. Although, you know, let's structure. I mean, obviously, I don't do structures. Oh my goodness, what's that, Debbie? Can't be there. Let's wind down the sequencer bits, and all I'll do with that is I'm just going to take the CV. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I've got my drones, and I should really tune this up. Honestly, yeah, thanks, Luke. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, well, it's the Metropolis coupled with PAMs. I think what I'm finding is that having Metropolis choose the notes, but PAMs gate it, opens up all sorts of different sort of possibilities there. Morning, Fernando. Thank you, Fernando. Yeah, cheers. So yeah, that's thanks, Luke. I'm glad you noticed that, because I mean, I can't do anything as musical. You know, Luke's stuff is, compared to mine, mine's quite basic. Luke's is very, very sort of musical, proper music sort of stuff. I'm still kind of working on that, which doesn't. I mean, that's not something that I'm aiming for. Oops, camera's there. It's not something I'm particularly aiming for. Well, actually, just realised I've just moved my cameras around this morning, and then I think that view's okay, actually. Yeah, that view's okay. I didn't check the views this morning. I've just turned the cameras on and gone for it. In fact, actually, just let me turn the wobbly camera off and go back to the. I just need to make sure it's in focus enough. Let's put it that way. It's in focus enough. There's the West Pestro. So, you know, I could open proceedings with that, I guess. I've got the WASP filter. So the West Pest is a C, although I've not checked the tuning yet, but it's a C. It's supposed to be a C. There are some modules that don't. So like the distings are digital, so they generally don't need tuning unless I've accidentally hit a knob. The Elements is digital, so again, I could tune everything to those, but I do generally check with the tuner. Okay, Luke. Right. So there's options anyway. I think that'll be a fifth. That's a major fifth, even though I'm in C minor. Major fifths are boring, but what it allows you to do, if you're so inclined, is because the major fifth is there in both the major and minor scales. You're not colouring the drone to a particular scale, so you could, if you wanted to, switch to the major or between the major and minor scales. So anyway, that's that. But then let's bring in. So there we have Elements doing its stuff, and I've got a couple of got some LFOs on some of the CV inputs on Elements. I don't think that one's doing anything more, because I turned blow off. I didn't like blow, although, you know, I guess so you can hear that like white noise type or noise element. That's because it's modelling blowing across. There you go. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I should play with that. I've got the brightness I can play with. I've got a small amount of LFO on the brightness and also on the position. And then on top of that, I've got another oscillator going into. So I've got, where is it now? It's it should be Lorelei. I've got an output from Lorelei going into the external input number 1 of elements, and I've got an attenuator on it, so I'll bring that up. And that's slightly out of tune actually, but I'm going to leave that because I think it adds a little bit of sort of darkness to it. And then on top of that, I've got FM, and I've got white. It's coloured noise actually, and it's mainly red noise going into the FM input. So that's wound right to the top now. If I can turn the bow down. I'm just playing with things here. So there's, as long as I remember to put it back. So there's options here for like a sort of like dark intro. You can change the geometry. The geometry, we generally keep elements, or I do. I keep it on the setting at 10 o'clock. It's got 4 positions, but you can fade in between the positions, and it basically gives you different modelling features, if you like. I'm not saying the right word there. Which camera are you on? That one. Yeah, so yeah, I can play with that as well. And then you bring the brightness up, and it gets really harsh. Yeah. So, and then I guess what I could do then is say bring up the West Pest drone and the Wasp filter drone. Is that frying bacon? Morning, James. Prometheus. Yeah, so you know, it's just I'm trying to develop in my own head. It's improvised. Which camera are you on? It's improvised, but it's planned. Some of it's, you know, it's planned improvisation, if you know what I mean, to a certain extent. So I've got to have a basic idea in my head how I start things off. What I've got to remember is, so if I let's bring elements back to something a little bit more musical. If I turn the FM off, so I've left the geometry down at whatever o'clock that is. 8 o'clock, 6 whatever, 7 o'clock. Well, it should really be there. But actually, it's not bad there. Let's just sweep through the geometry. And so, as you've probably guessed by now, I mean, this is like your nice sort of like good. This is a good setting for musical stuff. I'm going to turn that wobbly camera off because I keep forgetting which camera I'm on. Yeah, so the geometry at that position is kind of good for a nice sort of like bowed sound. And then I think this way you've got like more sort of like wooden block sounds if you strike it. I'm not using the strike exciter at the moment, but then if I take it past and round fully clockwise, it's more sort of like metallic-y, glassy sort of sounds. So, you know, a lot of us originally thinking maybe I shouldn't mess with that. So when I turn the FM off, I get that back to the normal, let's call it normal position. But there is some interesting sound design or, you know, sound possibilities up there as well. Yeah. Very interesting. Have I missed anybody? Out of tune. It's probably out of tune, Dr. Cynthia. I mean, I suppose I should I tune everything, do you think? Elements, I sing. Let's tune everything. I've got 2 spare inputs there, so let's turn off. I mean, I'm pretty certain elements will be in tune, but I'll check it anyway. Let's do elements first. Let's turn all these. Let's turn the drones off. So this, and turn the blow down. This is just purely bow on. So this should be a C. Let's go to Reaper A. And my webcam isn't working on Reaper for some reason this morning. I had issues. I mean, at quarter to lift off, I had no cameras apart from this thing here. So, well, you probably can't see me pointing now, so I've just gone to my Reaper. There you go. So if I stick the tuner. It's a nice, you know, it's a big module, Jeff, but I quite like it. Now it's wandering around a little bit. It's Elements is, for me, has always been a bit of a mither to tune. So and that's let's unplug these 2. In fact, I'll probably unplug all of them. Doesn't matter where I put them back, just to give me a steadier. I don't know. I very rarely tune Elements because you've got a coarse tune and a fine tune, and the coarse tune tracks pretty well. That was the coarse tune in your Wally. So I tell you what, let's plug in something that I know will be in tune. Let's get a. I'll use this spare disc thing here, and I'll make it a. Let's just turn it down a sec. So I'm into Modular 4. There it is. I'll do this as quick as possible. So this is Modular 4. So if I bring that up, So that's just down slightly. Yeah, I should have done this before the stream, but I'm not joking. I had a bit of a panic on it at 9:45 here. There's no cameras going, so that's close enough for me. And therefore, I think Elements is as well. So let's just try these other ones. So let's try this one here. In fact, that's been. I need to pull that out there, don't I? Oh no, I can't. Oops. I mean, I'm gonna assume that's right, to be honest, because I don't want to baff with the octave. No, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's take the pitch CV out there. In fact, that is off slightly, isn't it? So let's get that on. I mean, you're not supposed to have everything bang on, are you? But it can be a bit cringy sometimes. So what I've got to remember now is I've got to reduce the octave. I think that was it. So that's that one in tune. Let's take an output out of this next one, and then take the pitch CV out. This is so I can open up the Polyvox. And hold on a sec. That sounds okay to me. Slightly off, but not embarrassingly so. That's the bass line, isn't it? I should have to do that, should I? I'm looking at the wrong ones here. I'm getting all huddled. Well, that's the bang on that. So I'm back on to. So if I tune that up, yeah, that's fine. That. Put that back into there. Lorelei, I know he's going to be out. It's not. Again, it's not that far out. Then the only other one I've got to try really, let's put these back in before I forget. And again, it doesn't matter which ones I'm using, it's so let's plug that into there, and I just need to check the dope for VCO, which should be a G, and it is not far up. Oh my god, I tell you what, I'm just going to try the I need to try Mavis, and oh well, let's shut these down a sec. Bear with us, peeps. Let's just try the West Pest. So that'd be a good idea if I turned it up. wrong one, that's why. West Pest. Tuner. There you go. So that's West Pest tuned Mavis. Oh God, Mavis. I hate tuning Mavis. She's a right bugger. Oh yes, right, okay, so I've got to tune Mavis because now I've got Mavis going through the multi-effects, so let's oh my God. I touch it, take my fingers off and it goes out of tune again. Obviously, when I come to do the so-called album, that'll have to be bang on. So, sorry about that. What's that one I said? I hope you're still with me after all that kerfuffle. I haven't tuned my guitar. I want to use my guitar actually, so I could probably do a tune in that. But let's not do the guitar now. Let's put wobbly camera back on. I don't know, James. The stylophone. Morning, Tony. Just noticed Tony's in there. Morning, Tony. I'm assuming you're doing taxi again today. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it's not expensive, is it? The stylophone drone thing. But I'm kind of limiting myself now to what I've got. At least that's the plan. Right. So yeah, I mean, oh, Dan, just noticed Dan. Got you there, Dan. Oh, is it 209 quid? Well, it's a bit more expensive for that. But I mean, it's a voice, isn't it? So, and it looks good actually, and it sounds good. So, you know. Anyway, right. Oh, that's wasted 20 minutes of your time. I really am sorry about that. Let's turn that down. And let's turn. So West Pest is down. That's down. So where's that drone coming from? That's Elements, obviously. Okay, so I'm just going to make this up now, basically. I'll mute my mic as I've started doing recently, and see how it goes. It might. I don't know, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, I don't know. I'm just going to play it by ear and yeah, just see how it goes. Make sort of mental notes, although making mental notes isn't a good idea with me because I just can't remember anything from one day to the next. I should start making actual physical notes. at some point. But morning, Brett. Just in time for the performance. Let's go for this. Should I mute my mic? Muting the mic. Just silly cables everywhere. That's the cable for the camera. This the West Pest and Mavis camera. Is everything okay on that score? Yeah, we've got everything there. Okay, muting the mic now, and then we're off. Just play, forget time. Yeah, nice one, Wabbit. Was anyone timing that? Okay. Thank you. Aslo, hello. Aslo, Lemon Delight, hello. Maltus, sorry, Klaus. Hey, Klaus M. I call him Klaus M because there used to be a Klaus K. He's not been for a while. I need to check in on him actually, make sure he's okay. Well, yeah, was anyone timing that? Oh, Wonky Robot. Thank you very much for tuning in. Funkinetic, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, everyone. Nice job. Well, I'll have to listen back to it. I don't know how long that was. Was it more Matt? Morning, Matt Brown. Morning to you. So, album worthy. Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. I mean, I'll be recording to Reaper as a multi-track. So what I want to try and do is record the performance to the multi-track and then use that multi-track as much as possible without any real sort of faffing around. Probably just a little bit of EQ treatment. There'll be not long enough, Andy. Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm thinking, really. I mean, it could be a little bit longer than that. So I need to decide how I'll lengthen that out. Maybe I should have performed a bit more with the with elements. I don't know. And I've got options here still. I mean the second Disting EX is in total darkness at the minute. Well, it's not. Well, they're both in total darkness, but I mean, there's nothing plugged into the Disting EX. So I was thinking late last night, and I was thinking of putting perhaps one of the aux outputs of the first Disting into the second Disting's granulator. I'm probably attenuating that, so I'll probably run it through one of my what's the names there. I mean, I wonder how quick I could do that now. How many Distings? I've got a lot of Distings. I've got. I'm a bit of a Disting fanboy, Wonky, I'm afraid. Yeah. I've got 2 Mark IIIs, so obviously I bought those before the Mark IVs came out. And then I bought 2 Mark IVs, not together. I mean, I got them in. You know, I got a Mark III. Then I thought, this is brilliant. I want another one. I want another Mark III. Then I got a Mark IV when the Mark IVs came out. It's a slightly better menu system on it. Then I got a second Mark IV, and then I got a Disting EX, and thought, wow, you know, again, there's just so. They're providing you 22 minutes. Oh, thank you very much, Steve. That's interesting. That. It's still far short, so I'm at least 10 minutes short. But yeah, so at the moment, the first EX, I'm just using that in multi-effects mode. So all the sequencer voices, including I mean, this is again another slight new thing for this week, because I've even put Mavis through my basic dope for mixer. So all the sequencer parts, I think even the ARP one, that's this one here. Let's have a look. Yeah, so yeah, everything. I've got 4 sequencer voices all going into the A138 exponential mixer, the output of which is going into the multi effects for the ping pong delay. So yeah, I can probably, let's have a look at that now. But the problem with the granulator is, and it's not a problem with the granulator. It's the problem with me and the granulator. Is it takes a bit of faffing to hit that sweet spot, and basically the granulator is it's a clouds implementation basically, and it's been a while. Well, I've not used it since last year sometime, probably around about November, so my memory's a bit rusty. But all I would do is and I've got 2 inputs here spare as well, so let's have a quick mess with that and see what comes out of this. Running out of cables, so I've got to use my dope for cables. So let's put that into, oh my goodness, I can't remember the inputs and the outputs here now. I'd have to hit the manual. Just bear with us a sec. I suppose it's in the manual, isn't that difficult? Just to refresh my memory on the connections. Just over on my PC. Disting EX 1.24 and oops, don't want to do a tour of Adobe Acrobat, go away. So granulator. Okay, so we've got I'll do a mono input. So let's first of all, I guess I'll take the number 3 output and put it into left input, which means that can be mono, and that's number 5. Right, okay. And then stereo mix outputs, it is 1 and 2. So 1 goes into that one, 2 goes into that one. And I guess the first thing I've got to do really is at least get a sequence going. So let's take this up to, just bear with us a minute. Well, you know, this is part of the modular practice, unfortunately. So it could get a bit boring while I faff around with this. And I basically want to take, in fact, I can do any number of so yeah, that should be, let me just check what the aux outputs are. Oops. So aux output 1 is post EQ. Aux outputs. Oh, I don't know now. I don't know how this works. So I need to just have a quick look at the multi effects, which is the next effect along. So hold on a minute. Multi effects. So stereo mix inputs, stereo aux outputs. How do I get those to work? Tell you what I'll do. I'm going to put another. So this becomes. In fact, I don't need to actually. I'm waffling to myself. So it's basically, so it's 4 and 5. So I can get rid of that one and then make that mod 4/5. And then I want that to be 4 and 5. stereo input 4 and 5. And I need to wind those up basically. But I won't take them all the way up. I need to set this to mono input. For a start off. I mean, yeah, the distings are what I'm missing here now. Yeah, start time stamping. I need to set this to a mono input. So let's have a look. Mono input set to 1. Input mode 1. I don't know. Pitch quantize. Let's just turn that on. Octaves, yeah. Reverb mix. Drone. Oh, I see. I've got to turn my drones on, basically. That's right. So drone enable. Think. Okay, so you can have up to 3 drones on this. Normalize. So why? I mean, something should be. Also, got to set. Maybe I'm going to set it under code. Hold on. Input feedback. Let's take that up a little bit. Main feedback. I should have wrote these down. Spread. Spread. Let's wind the spread up. Pan spread. Let's wind that right up as well. Pitch spread. Yeah, it's just getting nowhere. This is it. Record. Now, I should be, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm getting something out there, but... Morning, Hayes. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Trying to get this granulator to work, and it's not... Oh, I can just hear a little bit of... I can hear something coming there now. Let's turn it right up. There we go. Now it may be that I'm a bit quiet there, didn't I? It may be that once I start sticking a volume into this, that So you can hear that grainy effect. So, I don't know. It's... I don't know. It's not as good as I thought, but it's not bad. It's another sort of thing to work with, to try and keep the audience interested, I guess. I think what I'll do is I'll just boost the input. I'm going to take these volumes right up. So let's get like a mad... Now, yeah. Now the thing is, right, I guess, that's with the volume right up on the sequences, the affected sequence. When I take that out, now then. So that's all the granulator at the minute. So what I need to do is reduce the gain on the output. So let's go back to setting number 1. And work my way through this. Let's increase the buffer size a little bit. I don't know what sort of subwoofer size you can have with this. Oh my shit, God. Oh, excuse me, French. Yeah. The granulator size, the grand whatever it is, it just, yeah, I went a bit mad. Dry gain, right. So what I can do with this now is, there you go. So now it's just the sequences going through the granulator. So here's the sequences. The sequences out of the mix, so just wind those down. But I think I need that volume to be up a little bit more. So let's do, where's the wet gain? Granulator gain. Let's just, that must be, that's it then. I mean, the thing with this now, I've got the yeah, I've got the reverb on it. You turn off me, just so I can see OBS. So, yeah, interesting. What I've got to remember is the granulator will only be working when while I'm feeding a sequence into it. Let's take that down to just one stage. This is still doing the 2-octave spread on the arp. So now they've just gone down to one stage. Let's try 2 stages. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting that. And then what I could do is instead of, and that'll take a little bit to just fade away there, even though it took the. If I take that, put it into the attenuator there, and put that back into the granulator input, just 5. I then have control over perhaps I need to change that delay a little bit. What time is it now? Oh my goodness, look at the time. Attack time. Let's take the attack time down a bit. Yeah, I need to do a proper deep dive into the granulator again, really. Right, so. But then again, so what I've got to remember is I've got a sequence going. So I can, it's all very well having that granulator effect going, but because it's being driven by the sequencer at the moment, I mean, yeah, I've got to remember that I've got to sort of like tone down the sequence. So I have to take these down. That would get rid of the yeah. Then I can start to bring the sequences in. But do you know, I mean, maybe I need to consider, instead of sending the sequencer to it, what I could do is send one of the drones to it instead. So let's just try. So that one there, that's coming from that one. Let's take an output from. On that one. It's not long enough. Let's try this one here. I'd have to reduce the. Do it on here, can't I? That's now too loud. So for now, I'm just going to take the sequencer output. Let's do another make sure I've not missed anybody here. Right. So we do another performance-y thing. Let's just check everything in out. So we've got the West Pest drone, yeah, we've got the yeah, okay. And yay. So got all that down there. There's a sequencer going, but it's a basic sequence at the minute. So if I turn those up, just checking a few things. So performance-wise, I've got to remember that before I wind up the sequencer section, I take down the CV levels a little bit for when I bring these in. Yeah. Okay. Wobbly camera. Let's turn that down. Let that fade out. And I was going to finish at 12. If this runs over, thanks for stopping. I know some of you are going to be diving off for Ramsey's. Ramsey starts broadcasting at 1 o'clock my time, so that's in an hour and 20 minutes. So I'll say ta-ra to you guys first before you whiz off to Ramsey's. And I want to mute my mic and start a sort of performance. And again, you know, improv. I've got some basic ideas in my head, but it's just ideas. Let's go. Wobbly camera off. Thank you very much. So much chat to catch up on. Goodness. Yeah. I mean, that was only another 20 minutes, thereabouts. So, I've still got some work to do. I've still got some things to play with, although I've used all my inputs now. So, and I'm limiting myself to these 6 inputs here and the 2 inputs on the Roland mic preamp, which takes the audio from Elements. I could open up some more inputs because I've got a load more inputs that are not being used at the minute for all my other synths. So there's thoughts there. I don't know. I've got to think. And I suppose the question should be, well, why aren't you turning this stuff on? And I could do, really, I suppose. But actually, there is one other thing that I forgot. What I was gonna do was, but I never tuned it, did I? So. I was gonna probably put some big guitar, but yeah, I forgot it. I get and actually the guitar, yeah, I need to bring the guitar in, but I would have to do it at a time when I'm not working the sequencer bits because I've only got so many hands. Hi Rip. Good to see you, mate. And Eric there. Sorry, Eric. I didn't see you coming in there, Eric. From Synth Seekers Discord. Anything? Anybody else I've missed? Oh goodness. Oh, you came in some time back, Rip. So hope you've heard some of that then. Anyway. Where's that from, Hayes? Is that some sort of poem you've made up there, or? It's pretty interesting. And we're kind of back to where we were at the beginning, really. Back to this this drone. So maybe next week I didn't practice. I mean, I didn't even turn my modular on until Friday. I don't know. I just middle of the week works a little bit. It's cheesing me off at the moment. I just watch telly and chat on Discord and stuff like that. So I need to really do some more practice midweek and probably then think about next weekend doing the same again, but probably use the guitar early on. So during the drony, noisy, or whatever section, I'll throw some guitar in. I don't know whether that sounds too cheesy or not. I don't know. I'm not to have a think about that. AI generated Vogan poetry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know the Vogans. They're the ones that built the highway through planet Earth, wasn't it, or something? I can't remember. I'll watch all this back, and generally what I do is I'll throw some chapters in for the 2 performances that I've done. Like last time, I'll just put some chapters in, and eventually, once the live chat is up on the processed video, I go through and just to make sure I've not mixed any questions that's been asked. So I hope you've had a good time. I think that's I think the granulator worked, didn't it? But I need to get a grip of those settings. Probably not have such a long decay so that I can attack or decay, so that I can use this attenuator here to bring the granulator effect in and out. So yeah, food for thought. Other things, I mean, I've got another sequencer here, but like I said before, I'm kind of run out of outputs. I've run out of inputs. I've run out of inputs. So I think I'm where I am now with this patch, with this performance patch, because I've brought the granulator and that's just taken up 2 inputs straight away. Because another option I was thinking of was having some white noise percussion in and out, going in and out somewhere, but you know, again, inputs. So anyway, yeah, thanks Martin. I'm gonna go now anyway, to be honest. Let's just sit around in my chair. Thank you to everybody who tuned in today. I always find this amazing that so many people tune in to watch me faffing around in my studio. PDP James, if you've made it to the end, you need a medal, because I would imagine that's probably way out of your what you would normally enjoy. I think perhaps, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. And 2 hours is a long time, isn't it? Let's face it. Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, thank you. So I'm gonna hit the out button, but let's take these down. And I don't know why the granulator's going, because there's a bit going into it. Let's that fade out. Because when I switch to the outro screen, I don't want that horrible click at the end. Thank you very much, everybody. So let's go out I'll whip over to my PC and I'll do my usual, say some typey taras for the chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. You mad buggers. Let's get out of here.